Well, hello there. You from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Going live, of course, nobody's watching this. I am hereby, though, going to proclaim that I've been here for 6 months. 6 months in Washington, D.C. 5 months of that has been jail, CTF to CDF. Um, I get real calm after a knife fight. Yet, however, I've never seen people get stabbed over the payphone and the motherfucking excuse my language, and the mother loving what do you call it? Oh, and the basketball court during a game and all that. Really, like when I first got here off the train in Washington D.C., I was astounded at the amount of trash just spilling over everything, cans and shit. I'm like, that's good money that all these people that are out here spanging and trying to make ends meet, on the streets. I've been there. I've done that. I mean, look at me. When I was in jail, people just look at the beard and the natty dreadlocks that I got going on. And they're like, that dude's homeless. Jesus was homeless. They were calling me Little Jesus. Jesus. I got fat while I was there. Fat Jesus. Shut up, Fat Jesus. Why are you online right now? Going live. Because I feel like it. Oh, I have made some crazy videos in the past. This not going to be one. Oh, touch up thing, but I wanted you to see me raw and unkempt. Can't see that one. I need a selfie stick. I had those for years. I didn't just like get them when I was down or nothing. So part of this video is I'm laying in bed. Huge bed, by the way. Here in the Hampton Inn, and I'm like, I'm 36 years old. Turned 36 years old June 28th. I'm like, I'm in Washington, D.C. And I saw while I was down in jail, this guy started this whole GoFundMe thing. 430,000 plus dollars. That fake homeless veteran and some um, sex sells, bro. Some blonde-haired white Caucasian woman made and as a scam. She didn't know, like, of course. Oh, let me do my blonde hair and cry to the judge and everyone. I didn't know that he wasn't homeless and we were just trying to make money and scamming people. Like, fuck you. Like, are you serious? Like, no, not even cool. Like, I know they just said they're going to give it all back, but I want to start something. I want to start a GoFundMe thing, but I don't want the money for myself. I'm going to start a new. I want to bring in a new age, based on an old age or an older age, and you have to be at least 35 years old to run for president in the United States. So I'm going to start, this whole live campaign in Washington D.C. I have great, brilliant ideas, but if you see my past videos and seen some of the things I've done and seen why I went to jail, you'd probably be like, you want to run the country? We're going to put you on world's dumbest criminals. Well, one of the things I would do as president is whether Russian Gate or whatever goes through, like Idaho things, all right? And one of these things is, okay, of course Trump didn't, even Democrats are like, of course he didn't have any collusion with the Russians. Like, he bought some property, a big deal, nice cover story. You don't become a lucrative business owner like Trump without having some mob-born tendencies, some mafia ties, to know how to wash money, things like that. I mean, I know some people that robbed some people and invested it, and now they own shit like they think they run the world or whatever. Okay, part of my campaign president, people that I would hire as far as my panel, I would reinstitute Obama as some kind of guy that I would be able to, like on my panel or whatever board or whatever, member that I definitely would like to talk to him about how he started the whole wheat nutrition, better base nutrition for children in schools, and so they can become better educated, things like that, healthier, not running around screaming, "I'm type 2 diabetes, that's why I'm fat." No, your type 2 diabetes was caused by your intake of food, and your type 2 diabetes is easily controlled by diet. You don't need insulin or anything for that. Like, God's honest truth. Um, what else? Oh, the Russian collusion thing. God, I went way off, way off. Not a very good segue there. It's about fat kids. Like myself, that I got fat. Oh, right. Russian collusion. Stay on topic. See, that's why, see these guys who run the country that do all this stuff, they're just as crazy as me. President George W. Bush was on so many medications for so many different mental disorders. It's not even funny. I don't take a one. But according to my family, oh, he needs meds, and I'm like, fuck you, I don't need meds at all. In fact, one of the biggest side effects, here, take this for suicidal thoughts and depression. May cause suicidal thoughts and depression. Or homicidal thoughts before suicidal thoughts. Like, I'm really astounded at the, gosh, I need to stay on topic. Like, people, like, have panels, they read these speeches before they come out, and then they're like, they have these advisors. Obama, advisor on healthy nutrition education. I would totally disband the FDA, totally renew the EPA. I see. This is why Scott Pruitt resigned. Was not only was it from public pressure and inside pressure from the place, they showed him undisputable scientific evidence. It's like, okay, I'm gonna show President Trump an undisputable scientific evidence of a Tyrannosaurus Rex or whatever dinosaur. And he's going, I don't believe in those. What? No, those were dragons that St. George killed in England. Or he went to a cave and found an old skull and drug it home. And then after 20,000 years, St. George killed a dragon. Like, whatever, bro. Anyhow, Russian collusion. He didn't get, and Obama. Obama would be one of my people that I would hire as far as like a think tank type of thing. I'd also hire that kid, that child that I read about, teenager, that he figured out that the country could save so many millions of dollars by changing to a new typeface. What else? I would end all war. Pull all our troops home. I would campaign just like I am. I would try and use the surplus that we have for more. Oh, you want to talk about tax break? Your biggest tax break? You're like, oh, I made the biggest tax break in history of America. No, it's the 8th. Like, you're making too many false statements. I counted 400 or something last time I read a paper, and that was during the summer. What was I going to say? Obama would help in nutrition with students and have him on as an educational panel. George W. Bush, he did lots of things for schools. I would probably take him under advisement for things. Climate change. Get rid of the FDA because Kraft Foods, a corporation, runs the FDA. Kraft Foods owns Philip Morris, but, see, we're not really getting the truth from truth commercials either. Like, it's not happening. Excuse me, thirsty. Drinking a beverage. What else? Russian collusion. They probably did some monitoring thing when he bought some fucking tower that Putin's like, oh, if you buy this, you'll actually be giving Russia money that I can use to pay my ex-KGB guys that set up artificially intelligent auto chatbots on Facebook to promote Trump to win this election. That's enough collusion right there. I don't have to be fucking Batman. Excuse my language. I don't have to be trucking Batman or Superman with X-ray to see through this kind of shit. I really don't. God, I look awful. God, I look great. With the dreadlocks, I had to buy me a perm kit so I could, get this out. I got some of it out. I went in there. God knows what else. They make you wear wash off and life soap before you go to jail. Here. Y'all got problems with that, and that's why we gotta watch there. They just don't do that, whatever. So I was gonna It's a campaign from the streets. Oh, and one of the things, not only end all war, bring our troops back. You want a tax break of epic proportions? Epic proportions, legendary. I personally want to go to every homeless person there is here in America, put them in a house. I would also hire a lot of them. I don't give a fuck. I mean, excuse me. I don't give two regards on oh, your specialty of skill. I will find a job for you. I will make the job so easy that if you work 2 hours, then you're going to have enough of a living wage to be able to put food in the house that I give you. I want to personally go up to every homeless citizen and talk to them and shake their hand and help them. You know, we got enough money in this country not only to send money to pay for. I would turn our military forces into a militia that would only protect us and bring them all home and only protect us in the event of attack. They would be first responders. They would be like firefighters. I would also revamp the entire police industry. They would be like firefighters. They would stay in their stations until they get a call instead of patrolling. I would also make it to where when they go to the fire ranges and they're firing at these black paper targets, why do you think black people get killed first in innocence? Like, as soon as they reach for a hairbrush, these trucking cops spend days and days at the range. I just wish somebody would pull a gun on me, and they're shooting at a black paper target. They don't know. They're not even really... That type of subconscious racism is something that the politically correct era was actually trying to bring to our attention to try and erase, but they had oversights on simple things like shooting at the black target on the range. I saw Suicide Squad. Dude's in jail. He's a hitman who, or suicide killer who gets paid in credit cards. So he's just like really, he's a hitman. And what's he shoot at when they test him at the range? A bunch of black metal targets. And he, shows how like I can turn my gun sideways and shoot straight in your third eye. No, I would bring open disclosure back to America. Like Obama wanted, but I'm talking open disclosure. Like, I would probably make, even though I really don't like Snowden, I don't give a fuck. People think he's a hero. He's a traitor to this country. I would definitely want him brought back to America in handcuffs for the pursuit of justice. Anyhow, what else? And if there has to be a skirmish involved just to get him back, then so be it. I would make a trade agreement with Canada and Mexico and reach out to them to try and instill something like a North American alliance, an Amero. And then I would try to get a hold of the European Union and see if we couldn't try and do a transcontinental currency with bitcoins as our investment and the backing for our collective see, here's the thing I'm torn about. I also want to bring back more liberty to each individual states. Now, I've traveled all over this country like Jack Reacher. I'm not homeless. I'm houseless. I'm a citizen of the world, and the world is my home. And I was born in North America, and I don't have a traitorous... I can't call someone who's the descendant of an illegal immigrant as a traitorous regime. Can I? I don't. My family goes back, like, Plymouth Rock landed on my ancestors, the natives. Another thing that I would do is I would start more investigations with the mafia. J. Edgar Hoover, I didn't call him last night, but he's spinning around in his grave, I'm pretty sure. And the pantyhose and shit that you guys found, the pantyhose that you suckers found, and all that sucker stuff that you guys found in his drawers, like, oh, he's a cross-driver. He got that stuff from the guys who were going around pulling pantyhose over their faces, trying to look like smushed up black men, going and robbing people. And he had it full of his drawer. Maybe he tried them on once. I tried on pantyhose once. Big deal. Women, I'm kind of jealous. Why did I do that? It feels amazing when you wear pantyhose. Like, did I just say that? Well, open disclosure. Kind of a wingbat. Not a wingnut. I'm a wingbat. But yeah, I know right now I'm scruffy. I clean up real nice. I was 143 when I went to jail. Got a job in the kitchen. I'm like 168 now. I'm like, oh my goodness. Really? I don't know why I threw my weight out there. But yes, I do clean up real nice. I'm not going to be a 329-pound tub of lard who bought my wife from a foreign country and then named his daughter Ivanka. There's not a Russian collusion. Oh, I'm going to get Trump this. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to stand in front of my podium and I'm going to stand there and I'm going to say that we're going to get rid of fancy missile agreements and we're going to get, I hate Putin, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say all this stuff so you guys don't know underhandedly I made my business in Vegas when I got out of bankruptcy forever by being lucrative and having Russian mafia, whatever ties. He got rid of MS-13. Oh, he's trying to get rid of gangsters. No, he's going at war, a mafioso rule war, where he's trying to exclude Mexico. It's like gang war shit that they brought to the presidency with all the Congress and all that. And yeah, I'm putting that shit out there. It's dangerous that I say that. But I'm going to run from a fucking president, excuse me, mother trucking president, mother loving president, whatever. Quite the mother lover. Anyhow, I'm a cunning linguist. What was I saying? Oh yeah, something about running for president. Yes. Slow down with the and ums. And I'm not following my bullets like I have on my own secretary. I'm over there, I got all my stuff written down with all these things I was going to address over the few weeks that I've been thinking of while I've been in jail. We need a Nelson Mandela, bro. Like, for America, we need to end this 5% world population, 25% of prison population. Out of all the people that are in prison all over the earth, 25% of them belong to us. It's like 15% in China, and then like, oh, okay, talk about false statements. I need to verify these things before I say them. I mean, the president is definitely, the current president is definitely under fire for how many false statements he made, like tax breaks. I think instead of giving a tax break to all the rich people, we'd have a real Robin Hood. Robbing from the rich is given to the poor. I would totally revamp this whole, I'd have to have a panel of young minds, millennials, to help me revamp the political structure and the business structure. Now, I want to promote small state government, well, city states, that already rule and make it more pronounced. And, you know, kind of have some kind of more peace talks with the EU, the European Union, like we need peace talks, but more treaty, more global economy, a world without borders. You know? A world without borders. None of this, I'm tear gassing, oh, we think there's like 500 criminals in there. The only reason you guys are saying there's 500 criminals in there is because some of them in Costa Rica were compulsory for their jobs, and they walked off like on strike, and when they take off like that and they're government workers, then they're criminals being sought by their government. How do I know these things? I've been locked up for 6 months. Like, how do I know these things? I just researching this stuff the whole time. I just know, okay? And these things need to be addressed, and they need to be handled by the government. I got 2018, 2 years to really get this campaign going. I'm saying it right now, 4 o'clock in the morning. I know a lot of people are going to look at my past videos, even this. You're going to hear things about me. Oh, he's a bum. Oh, he did drugs while he was on the streets. Yes, I'm houseless. Yes, I'm an actual veteran. I did not get kicked out for any mental things. I know I do seem that I come off a little strange and a little wild and a little Charles Manson-esque here. But I'm tired of the race war thing as well. That is something that needs to be addressed. About Vegas and Atlantic City. I would totally have the IRS and the FBI audit the fuck out of you guys. Corporate personhood. Trump used corporate personhood and a slew of nonprofits to buy casinos in Vegas to where he'd never go bankrupt. I would audit the fuck out of all of you. Put you away like Scarface was put away. Totally revamp the monetary system here. Corporate personhood would be addressed. I read a great meme that said, I'll believe in corporate personhood when we put one in prison and we execute it. Well, we don't, corporate persons can't commit corporate murder, can they? Something else I wanted to address that's really, really heavy on my head. God, take this crown off and melt it down and give it back to the populace. Anywho, lost my train of thought. Anywho, where was I? Well, I will review this video, and I'll come back to that. 2 years. I'm gonna run, start a GoFundMe. My military background will be totally disclosed. What else? A little part of the stuff where I had to keep a top secret security clearance, but there are things that I will say in this video that I personally know about Operation Afghani Freedom, Operation Enduring Freedom, and Operation Iraqi Freedom. Well, things that probably, weren't tampered with, memory-wise or whatever. Oh, wait, is he that crazy, or does that shit really happen? God and Goddess, Lord and Lady. I will, someone once asked me if I believed in God. I said I believe in mathematics. Someone once also asked me if I believe in God. I said, no, I believe in the many, we the people, we the voters, corporate personhood. I'll believe that corporations are people when we can put one in prison. Maybe we'll start with Trump Incorporated. Trump this.